Greetings and namaste. This is Shiva, your friendly neighborhood wellness co-creator, pursuing the mission of wellness for all. Thank you for joining me. This goes a little ways back. So I was kinda newish to my journey of reinvention of what seems like one of many lives in one lifetime. But I went to my physician for just a regular preventive health checkup, whatever that means in the system, as you know. We run a bunch of tests, ask you a bunch of questions. If there's nothing seriously out of whack, let you go. And, basically rely on the numbers and some other diagnostics. I mean, no one asks you about how are your sleep cycles? You sleep soundly? What are your eating habits like? Are you eating well? How's the energy cycle of your day? Do you have peaks and valleys, or do you have a good sense of energy all through the day? How are your relationships? So, of course, kind of being a little cynical here and also realistic about what the system can and cannot give us and what we need to seek for ourselves. Hence my mission. If the system were doing it all, I wouldn't be here with you today. So, hey, there's the opportunity, right? But on this particular checkup, I asked my doc, I was like, Doc, I respect you as both a professional and a person, and can I ask you, I had a few questions on my mind. Would you be up for listening to them and maybe giving me an answer as it appears to you? He was like, yeah, let's maybe get into one or two, not too many, because they're on the clock, and God bless him, he did volunteer to go ahead with it. So the question I'm going to share with you that I asked him was, and feel free to spread this question out, do it for yourself, bring it up with a friend, a family member, in a group, just for kicks if you want. And it might be interesting to hear the responses, and do share them here. I think community that is hopefully being built through this groundwork is directly or indirectly going to benefit from those type of insights. So anyway, the question that I asked was, Doc, tell me something that you believe most people don't do in their lives but should. So hoping he's not gonna talk about bungee jumping or something like that, but this wasn't necessarily a bucket list question. This was more of a behavioral question, or more of a what is something that has a lot of meaning and potential for growth possibly, but we might not be catching on to it until much later in life, or not at all maybe. And he didn't have to think about it too much as far as I can remember, and he kind of said, he narrated an incident where he was in college maybe, or high school, and he was like, I was really fond of debates, and I was good at them. And one of the reasons I was good at them was I used to explore both sides. I would research and practice debating both sides so much that if you didn't know which side I was on, you wouldn't be able to tell. And that was really what he was trying to say. is in life, a lot of people do not take the time, have the patience, have the curiosity, or realize the importance of knowing both sides. And I was like, thank you, Doc. I don't care what my tests say or how healthy or not I am. You know, knock on wood, I didn't have any other news to make other than this incident. It's like, thank you so much. That is exactly the type of thing I needed to hear. And it is something that has really stayed with me after that point. I've sort of thought of variants on that theme. You know, it's not just knowing two sides, like don't take the both literally, but knowing the spectrum of perspective, knowing the many sides, and then one more, and then one more, and continuously asking oneself, what am I missing? What haven't I heard? What is out there that might be yet another perspective on the same general topic or issue or controversy, as it may be. And it gets, especially for me, you know, kind of being trained to be analytical, left-brained, both in my initial years at school when I was doing engineering. Thankfully, it was peppered in with a lot of extracurricular activity, so I didn't completely lose it. And, you know, as my career also amply had proven for me, I wasn't content being just an engineer. I had to also be a manager. I also had to be a functional expert. I also had to be a leader of, you know, a team, and I also had to play a greater role in the bottom line of the organization. So maybe that was exactly the message I needed to hear is, Shiva, continue to explore all the perspectives you need to. Because isn't life so much richer when we see things from different angles, rather than just being in that one tunnel vision, or just having those blinders on and looking with the same blinders on all the time? And swap those lenses, put on the rose-tinted glasses every once in a while, put on the green Hulk out glasses. I'm angry at the world, I want to, you know, whatever, blast everything off. All of those different emotions, you know, talk to different people, all of those different interactions, read different books, all of that personalization or self-construction of someone else's viewpoint just expands one's perspective. And that's the kind of mindset that I think helps lead a full life, a meaningful life, a life that is not afraid of death, a life that is not afraid, period. So that's my quote for the day. Know both sides, and then move on to knowing many sides, and one more, and one more. On that note, this is Shiva, signing off in wellness.